Ladies and gentlemen, welcome! Welcome to the second year of the Challenger Demo Day. This is a big thing in Slovakia because now you will be the first people who will see one of the top and youngest and newest startups which are made in Slovakia. These guys and girls are range from like in their 20s to in their 50s, and those are like people who are either been in the business for years, they're students who are starting with their first companies and with their first ideas and trying to get them to the market, and it's going to be interesting. I met all the people yesterday. They're full of power, energy, you know, the startup LinkedIn world, optimistic, and they really want to make money and they want to be successful. So today we are going to try to help them with that. They've been really doing a lot to be successful. They attended workshops, they were coached, they tried their pitches. They were working really hard since September last year, and they were all part of Challenger Accelerator. And they have right now in their head like 4 pitches. You tell them like, pitch 15 seconds, they can do it. Pitch 30 seconds, pitch 3 hours, they can do any version of their pitch in the moment, right? You can wake them up at 4 o'clock in the morning, tell them 30-minute pitch. Okay, my company went, and they go like this. And it's wonderful, it's magic. So this is the best you can find right now. And I think most of them, if they aren't successful with their company, you can hire them to pitch for your company because they're ready. They're ready to go. They are going to be the main stars of tonight, but we are also bringing some other stars. We are bringing people from Credo Ventures, Terra Ventures, Estonian Business Angel Network, and Slovenská sporiteľňa. These people are going to sit in the jury, and they are going to try to decide who's the best, who's most investable of them all. And then we will see a superstar keynote from Czech Republic, Jakub Nešetřil, who's an entrepreneur who sold his huge company, Apiary, to Oracle, I think, and right now he's working for Česko Digital, which is an NGO trying to avoid corruption and help the Czech IT and state business move forward faster. The jury will decide which of these startups will receive the main prize, which is opportunity of receiving 250,000 euro from CB Investment Management. You, as public, can also join in and try to help your favorite startup with the People's Choice Award, which is, I think it's 5,000 euros in consultation services with a law firm, Majerník and Mihalikova, and consultancy with Civita, the organizer of today's show, and some services by the co-working space, The Spot. And then we have the third prize, the representatives of Slovenská sporiteľňa, one of the Slovak's biggest banks. Biggest bank? Are you still largest? Okay, largest bank in Slovakia. 2 of them will receive or will be able to talk about interest-free loan up to 25,000 euros. But the guy here, we have the general here, so if he tells like give it to them, hopefully somebody will give it to them or get fired. So I think somebody will get the 25,000, hopefully. Running a successful and meaningful accelerator is impossible without friends, good people, good energy, good workers, and also without good partners. So we are really humbled that the Challenger Accelerator has been placed under the auspices of the President of the Slovak Republic, Zuzana Čaputová, and we thank her for her support. We would also like to thank our unicorn partner, Slovenská sporiteľňa. Thank you. Want to thank our growth partners, US Embassy in Bratislava, Dedoles, and Západoslovenská energetika, ZSE. Then we have the companies helping our future companies, seed partners Majerník and Mihalikova, Slovak Investment Holding, Mazars, Inventa Patent and Trademark Agency, Dell, Vacuum Labs, Slovak Business Agency, Auto Palace, And then we were supported also by the city of Bratislava and the Bratislava self-governing region, and our media partners, Živé.sk, Startup.sk, Slovka. And this show was created in cooperation with InNow, Interreg Central Europe. So these are the guys. Thank you, thank you. Let's clap those hands so they give us the money next year too. So this is what we're doing. The organizers. Yeah. No, really, I would really thank these companies, because there are people behind these companies who understand that this is where the future of Slovakia is probably happening right now at the moment. But I don't want to talk about this too much, because we have a guy who knows about starting a company and working up from the base level to the billionaire, and who's been working with these companies for years now. Please welcome partner at Civita Slovakia, Challenger's main organizer, Peter Kolesar. Hello, Peter.
Hi.
How are you?
It's good to see you after 5 years on a startup stage.
Yeah. I already tried one of these shows, and I was so bad that I wanted to come here for nearly free to do this for you and to repair everything.
He was anxiously waiting for 5 years, actually, to get the invite to
I was
be the
afraid
moderator.
that you're going to
finally
hire.
Here.
I was afraid you're going to hire Zdena Studenkova, but I'm so happy that you made it.
Yeah, you made it. It was very close, but you made it.
Thank you. Zdena says that she's crying in her bed right now. So,
yeah, sure.
So Peter, the stage is yours.
Thank you. I know he wanted to ask me a question, but I kind of disarmed him with my question. No worries. That's fine. So
Am I fired already?
No, you should be a stand-up comedian, reacting to what's happening on stage. Don't worry.
So what was the question?
No, there was no question.
What is going on here? Okay, Peter, you have something to say. So please,
yes, I do have something to say.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jano. Hi, good evening. It's really good to see all of you. So many friends, people that we actually have not seen in person for quite a while. This is probably the largest startup event happening in Bratislava for, 2 years or so. We actually needed to postpone the demo day twice because of COVID restrictions. So I'm so happy to see all of you here in person. There's actually not enough chairs and people are standing, and this is kind of the best thing that can happen to a startup event. So today you will see some of the best startups in the country, some of the startups that have made it through the Challenger Accelerator, an intense 3-month program. And we started this accelerator 2 years ago to support some of the most promising entrepreneurs in Estonia, in Slovakia, and in Ukraine. But as you know, the situation in Ukraine is extremely serious, and not all our programs, Challenger programs, can continue as usual. Our program in Ukraine, which was focused on startups in artificial intelligence and machine learning, had to be suspended after the Russian aggression. So our colleagues in Ukraine organized 2 ideathons in January and February, and then had to suspend the program. Like many other programs, like Normal Life has been to a large degree suspended in Ukraine. And this event today is not only about showcasing the startups on the stage, but is also showing support for our colleagues in Ukraine. We have 2 offices in Ukraine, in Lviv and Kiev, and our colleagues really wanted to be here with us today. They even bought plane tickets for the original date. I hope they are watching the live stream, and I'm happy that I see so many of you wearing the Ukrainian ribbons. There will be a Ukrainian ribbon on the screen throughout the event, and let's throughout the evening think about Ukraine, the people of Ukraine, and also our colleagues and all the entrepreneurs. Despite the grave situation and the devastation that we are seeing in Ukraine, there's one encouraging thing that we see when we interact and talk to our colleagues in Ukraine, And this is the determination and persistence. And not only that, actually, they are already thinking about rebuilding the country, about building the new Ukraine. And we have some of the brightest minds that are working for Civita in Kiev and Lviv, who actually spend a lot of their time now designing plans and strategies how to rebuild Ukraine, also based on the talent that there is in Ukraine, based on innovation and based on knowledge. So we really, really hope that they will be able to turn these ideas about new Ukraine into action very, very, very soon. And I want to talk maybe a little bit about the power of entrepreneurship, which is very much related to that, about turning ideas into action. This is the definition of entrepreneurship, because ideas are not enough. Very, very rarely ideas matter if they're not turned into real projects, into action. And what you will see on stage today is 8 startups, 8 companies, who actually did make steps to turn their ideas into viable projects, and those projects into startups, and hopefully, they will build successful companies out of the startups one day. Because now more than ever, it is extremely, extremely important to support entrepreneurship, support entrepreneurs, especially tech and innovation-driven entrepreneurs, because they have the potential to create resilient economies in this region of Central and Southeast Europe. Now more than ever, we need resilient economies, and specifically actually in the field of green and digital, energy independence, sustainable technologies. It's actually a matter now of national security to have those companies, to have companies that solve real problems and real challenges of societies. And there's one more element to all of this, and it actually has to do how Challenger started as a cross-border collaboration of people from 6 nationalities in 6 countries. And this is connecting communities across borders. And we're very proud that not only Challenger demonstrates this connection, because connecting ecosystem is one of the buzzwords of the European Commission, but we're very happy that we can contribute with our tiny bit to connecting ecosystems and connecting innovation communities across borders. And we also helped jumpstart some of really, really cool initiatives, not only in this geography, but also in Western Balkans. We started working in the Western Balkans 5 years ago with Kushtrim Shala and his team. And really, really cool things to support entrepreneurs came out of it. And I'm really happy that we have a group of 25 founders and ecosystem players out of the Western Balkans, so Albania, Northern Macedonia, and Kosovo, who are here this week in Bratislava and who are here with us this evening. So if you can make yourself heard here, welcome to Bratislava. And he spent this entire week meeting founders, meeting investors, and visiting co-working places, and we really hope that this is yet another element in building the friendship between the Balkans and between Central Europe. And there's one more country that we are especially close to, and that is obviously Estonia. We are an Estonian-based company. Estonia is now, with 1.3 million people, known as the Unicorn Nation. So really producing super successful companies who have a real impact on the Estonian economy. And I would like to invite on stage one very special person to the Challenger and special person to Civita team. My colleague from Civita Estonia and also co-founder of Challenger Accelerator, the organizer of one of the main TV startup shows, the Estonian version of Shark Tank called Ajujaht, Harri Tallinn. So Harri, if you can come on stage. Hi, good to see you. Thank you for coming. And I'm actually very happy that we have a strong Estonian presence here today.
We do, yes.
We'll see more Estonians on stage today in the jury. But Bahari, maybe if you can say a few remarks on behalf of, well, not only the whole country, which is a big weight to carry, but also on behalf of as a Challenger co-founder.
Yes, of course. I do agree actually with many things you said already, because the situation is a little bit tricky. We had to suspend one of our programs, and on the behalf of all of us, I think I would like to say stay strong and stay really confident to our Ukrainian founders of Challenger Accelerator, Yuri, Masha, Olena, Karina, Maria, all the team, because this madness, what's going on, it has to stop sooner or later, and we all believe it will stop rather sooner, right? But coming back what you said about this working together and doing things together, I'm a real believer in this. And as you said as well, that Estonia is a small country. Yes, we are smaller than Slovakia. Our highest mountain is 318 meters. But it's the highest in Baltics. Huh? Obviously, we are number one in many things thanks to the size. When you put things to per capita, you are, best in building unicorns, best in building this and that. Also in bad things. We have been best in HIV, something like that, I think. Also per capita or something, yeah. So it's good and bad as well. But the size doesn't matter, actually, I would say. What matters is what do you really think, what drives you, where do you want to be, and what are you ready to do to achieve your goals. And this is a lot what Challenger is about, building your dreams and building the new world yourself. So in Estonia, we like to think that since we are small, instead of competing for small markets, for scarce resources, what we have inside, we like to join the forces and look for bigger fish outside and to bring it on our table and to build something bigger together. And where it has led us is that also all the startups today, I'm pretty confident I can say it, are building all their products and services to foreign markets right from the day one. Okay, we still have some companies who say that I'm first starting in Tartu, then I come to Tallinn, then I go to Latvia. The really, really strong ones maybe want to go also to Finland, but it's a very rare case today. So we build global companies from day one. And this kind of mindset, together with some good success cases from the past, we have to admit that Skype has been the playground of the today's unicorn founders who we have around. Putting this together, that the government actually is having regular meetings, really listening to startup founders, founder societies, ecosystem builders and representatives from there and acting upon this. I think this is what has built Estonia as one of the really most vibrant startup ecosystems in our region at the moment. And it is really, really vibrant today because Anu will be on the stage. Angel investors alone did 3 times more investments than they just did a year ago. 30 million, it's a lot. There are VC funds. Kristi is one from the VC fund here today. They have been raising already second, third, some even third round of funds. 50, 70, even 100 million funds are available in Estonia. And not only for Estonia, for whole the region, actually. So I think this is really awesome. And putting that all together, I think this is also what Challenger is about. We want to build something bigger than we are alone. And why not to be the best non-equity accelerator in CE? In Europe, why not in the world? With the help of Elon, maybe in the universe. And for today's founders, I actually also wanted to say something who are coming on the stage that first, yes, good luck to you. Have a great pitches, it's all trained, but you need luck. And most of all, what I always like to say everywhere, when you're doing this today here or on the road in the future when you're building your startup, have some fun as well. Because building startups is hard, it's tough, it's risky, and if you don't have any fun on the road, it's just not worth it. So let's have some fun today in here as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Hari. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Before I hand it to Jano, and he's anxiously waiting, a couple more ideas or remarks. One is about like what the catalyst for the new economy actually means. This is not only the mission of Challenger, it's the mission of our team in Civita. And it's not only about supporting entrepreneurs, supporting startups, it's also about helping corporates on their journey of transformation. It's also about helping the public sector, helping municipalities access innovations and design innovation programs, and also helping universities and R&D institutions conduct world-class R&D through attracting funding. So this is our mission. This is probably the most visible part of that, but there's much more behind the doors where we hope to create impact. And I would like to thank not only Hari, but I would like to thank again our partners. I would like to thank the president of Slovakia, Zuzana Čaputová, who really supported Challenger from the get-go. A fan of green technologies and of young entrepreneurs. So thank you very much for that. Thank you for all the public and corporate partners whom without you, this would not be happening. Without you, we would not be able to support startups. So thank you for that. I would also like to thank the US Ambassador to Slovakia, Bridget Brink. The US Embassy has been with us for a long, long time. First with Startup Awards, then with Challenger, and Ambassador Brink has been personally involved and engaged with our startups. I would also like to thank mentors, coaches, workshop leads from Civita, but also from our network really around the world. You are the value that we provide to the founders that you will see on stage. So thank you for that. And thank you also to the Challenger team in 3 countries, and I will name the people very briefly so that they know that we really value all the work that you do. So in Slovakia, it's Eva, Misho, Betka, Anna, Kai, Martin, Lucia, Miki, and Katka. In Ukraine, it's Yuri, Masha, Maria, Olena, and Karina. And in Estonia, it's Hari and Mari. And very last message. Thank you. Thank you so much. Very last message. We are already recruiting startups in our program that we do together with the city of Košice, Challenger, Urban Creative. And we're actually recruiting startups who can help also people fleeing the war in Ukraine or affected by the war in Ukraine. So we've expanded the scope of the program. So if you're a startup or a project that somehow can help people that are affected by the war and you want to pilot your solution in Eastern Slovakia or in Košice, talk to us, go to our website, apply it. We'll be very, very happy to see your solution helping people. Thank you very much. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you. Peter, I have this startup. I want to do Cuban food delivery, only Cuban delivery. It's going to be called Fidel Gastro. What do you think about that?
It's really good. Have you talked to your customers yet?
Finland is interested.
Okay, and you've talked to them? They're willing to pay?
Can you talk to Finland? It's like, so, but I know that they love the food.
So before actually investing your energy and effort and probably somebody else's money, I really recommend talking to your potential customers before you do anything else.
Do you have anybody who can deliver from Cuba?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Peter
Jano.
Kolesar, thank you.
Thank you.
There was a good mention that the idea is just the beginning. I had a friend and I'm asking like, what do you do? And I'm working on a startup. Tell me, what is it about? I can't. Why? You're going to steal it from me. Yes, I'm going to invest 10 years and $2 million and I'm going to run my life this way and I'm going to steal your... And he's like, no, you're going to steal it from me. And this is what I really love about people, that I have a startup. Everybody has fucking 10 startups. So invest $2 million in 10 years and when you're like old and ugly and it still doesn't work, then it wasn't a startup. So, but we were talking about public sector and we have a guy here from the public sector. Right now we have a great mayor of Bratislava who is a young architect and he's trying to do everything the startup-y way. But we also have a chairman of the self-governing region, my friend Juraj Droba, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, here you are.
Hello, Jan.
Hi, Juraj.
Good to see you after so many years.
Yeah, we met a long time ago in a galaxy far away. And Juraj is a startupist. He did a startup, it was like a first Slovak diamond filtered vodka doubled cross. Typical Slovak startup. Like, let's make new vodka. It's like, isn't there enough vodka? No. We'll go after the world, and you did it. You started in Slovakia, then making Slovak vodka and distributing it all around the world. So you are a really old-looking startupist.
Thank you. It's kind of hard to be a funny and young guy after all these speakers before me, so I'm going to be the old, boring ass, as
okay,
you said, or?
Please do it, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I'm expecting questions because I didn't prepare my speech.
Okay, perfect.
So you are the talk
here.
show master, you do the show, and I will just answer.
Yeah, okay, so why are you here? Why are you...
My protocol invited me. They said,
yes.
we are paying these guys some little, really stingy amount of money, so you have to go on the stage and speak.
Yes, but is it because like you want to meet these young people and look at the ideas like and maybe steal from them? Because they say they can help the public sector. Do you think these people can help you?
I think so. I'm learning a lot from young people because I want to stay young.
You're doing a great job.
Actually, I have... My stomach is too big, but
no.
I did 4 startups in my life, actually.
Wow.
Yes.
What about vodka?
No. I founded a company in 1996. It's called OmniPublic, and it's still existing, imagine.
Wow.
After 26 years, it's still on the market. It's every year in the black numbers, so good one. I'm not the partner anymore.
Okay, that's probably why it's black numbers.
Probably. And then I came up with this vodka idea, and I'm not going to hide it. It was not my own money. I found the rich guys from Manhattan.
That's the best way to go. Come on.
They gave
Don't
us
spend your money.
They gave us like $3 million. And
you're already giving us startup ideas. Don't use your own money.
So wealthy guys from Manhattan just gave us $3 million, and we did the right thing. And somehow it's still working. It's not a brutally successful company, but it's doing well.
Okay.
And I'm quite happy about that. And after that, there was a little golf course project, which I was a part of, and we founded it. It's in the village called Hruba Borša, absolutely unsexy name of a village, but still it's in Hruba Borša, and it's working well. Again, it's kind of functional. And my latest startup was SAS company, or not company, but the party. So these are my 4 startups. They are all 4 doing reasonably well. I'm not a rich guy. I'm not the guy who goes to the pension and has his own sailboat, but I'm happy with what I have.
But you're here because you're the chairman of the Bratislava governing region. You know about that. You remember that, right?
Yeah, so we switched to...
Okay, let's switch to switch to the... Perfect.
I thought you wanted me to talk about business, but...
no, you cannot be pitching. You have to go and start with these guys, and I have this political... Okay, wonderful. So, but listen, why is really self-governing region interested in startups?
This is the future for our region, and I mean it seriously. I want young people or middle-aged people coming up with good ideas and transforming this region from somewhat car manufacturing, somewhat touristic, somewhat innovative science technology region into a fully startup and innovation region. I think we have the power, we have the brains, we have a lot of people who will try to do things, and my job is to help them. So as much as a libertarian, I hate to say that government should give some money to the startups. I believe it should. Okay. But of course, the best way is to be independent from day one and raise the money in the private markets, of course.
And there are some people with the startups working already with the government. There are people working with the security cameras, people working monitoring the waters for small villages, which can help them avoid floods and everything. So hopefully this works out. So please stay, take a look at some of these things because they're really interesting. Don't be afraid that the pitches are only 3 minutes, so you can do that between helping the Ukraine, which you're doing, I think, right now with the government region, which we thank you for, and so on. So thank you for coming.
Thank you. I'll be happy to see the projects, and good luck to all of you. And please, let's keep our fingers crossed for Ukraine. I think it's really serious now. If you don't mind, I will be even more serious. I think that the immigration fatigue is becoming very quick. I was expecting that it's going to take more weeks than 3 for the enthusiasm of Slovak people. But now I see the fatigue, and I see the Ukrainian cars parked in the wrong spots, and I see the city police giving them the wheel clamps. And God pray, no crime is going to happen committed by the Ukrainian in Slovakia because it will dramatically change the public opinion. Let's be careful about that. I mean, when you talk about statistics, there is always some bad apple in the basket, and that's going to happen sooner or later. So please stay with them. These guys need support. I was with Ukrainian families yesterday in the Župna internat, and there is a girl who is there for 2 weeks, and she's 10 years old, and she didn't speak a word yet in 2 weeks. These people are scared. They need the warmth, they need the heart, they need the food, and they need the treatment and respect. So this is the beginning, and I'm pretty sure after that they will be happy to go to schools and go to work and become normal Slovak citizens until their country is not fucked up anymore. Thank you.
Thank you. Juraj Droba, chairman of the Bratislava self-governing region. Okay, let's move on, and let's move to the main part of the evening, to the pitches. If you're new to this, you never attended this startup event, pitching is something different than in Slovakia. Pitching and pitchung are 2 different words. So we are going to be doing the first one, pitching. Pitching in English is showing or talking about your project for a short time. The shortest is the elevator pitch, which is you get in the elevator with a businessman, you come to the 4th floor, and he knows about your idea. But these guys who are here will have 3 minutes to show and tell us about their company. After those 3 minutes, the jury will have 3 minutes to ask them questions. So totally 6 minutes on stage for each of our 8 startups, and then they're gone. We're going to be really mean, and we're going to kick them off after 3 minutes. So guys, no 10 more seconds or anything like that. Make it in 3 minutes. Then the jury will go to their office and talk about the startups and think about and deliberate and tell us the winners based on business potential, investability, the startup's team, and the pitch quality. One of the startups will get the main €250,000 prize. So please, right now I would like to welcome our really great and world star jury. First of them is Anu Oks, ladies and gentlemen. Anu is CEO, Estonian Business Angels Network and Startup Ecosystem. Hi. And
hello.
Hi, welcome. First time in Slovakia, or did you come?
No, yes, this is my very first time.
Oh, really? So
yes,
this is not
this
Slovakia.
Is
we have nicer parts of the city than this, so.
I'd love to see those.
Yeah, and you should try. Yeah, so, and it's not far away, don't walk, okay? Just take, it's safe, but don't walk, you know, it's, so, but other than, you're working as like choosing startups, helping them, and being the first one, the angel investor, so you see all these skinny, young, smelly people and help them to become billionaires.
Not smelly,
no.
No.
Oh,
no.
so it's not Slovak startups?
They're,
okay,
but they're not smelly, but very smart.
Ah, okay. Okay, some of our programmers are like, you know, but never mind. But you also run a country festival in Estonia.
It is a country music festival.
Okay.
Not a country festival, how do you would do that? But anyways, yeah, that's a hobby for my...
Is it a hobby?
It is a hobby.
That
yeah,
was
it
a
is
question,
a hobby.
like,
Yeah. So anyways, on a daily basis, I am the mid girl or mid woman between the startups and the investors, looking half of my face to the investors, providing them the best opportunities to invest their money into the startups. And the other side of the face is getting the best, the smartest money to the startups.
I was like,
and meanwhile...
in your head, you're...
Yeah, and in my head, I'm doing this.
Yeah, you do that. We don't have a festival like that, so this big room, and I always saw it in YouTube videos, and you go...
It's line dancing. We should get the music on and get all the crowd, but maybe not today.
Now the 8 startups are thinking, like, I need to put some country music in the presentation, so guys, reserve 30 seconds for that. And now, a small window. Okay, and with the banjos and everything?
Yeah. yeah, all chubao of country music, and hats and hay balls and cows and bulls and even country karaoke. That's what we do. And it's a live karaoke. It's the worst thing that you can hear.
I want to hear Estonians singing Johnny Cash as we go.
Yes, you should come. It's in August.
Okay, let's do that. And can you do an accelerator or something like that so I can pay it with my company money?
Ooh.
Okay.
We usually take cash over there, so...
I love it.
yeah.
Okay, let's go there. Thank you. This was Anu Oks. Thank you. You can take your seat. I'll take your microphone. Next member of the jury is also from Estonia, Kristi Kurvits. An associate at Terra Ventures, which is a venture capital firm based in Tallinn, Estonia, focused on exceptional founders from Baltics, Scandinavia, and CE. This is yours.
Hi, great to be here.
Hi. In your LinkedIn profile, you say, over the last 5 years, she has been spearheading deal flow and operations within international VCs. What?
No one knows. Only the Americans will understand that.
But what is this like? You can do anything with the like. What are you? I'm
Literally,
It's
exactly.
like, Kristi, what are you? I'm spearheading. I'm like spearheading right now. I don't have time for this.
It sounds very hostile.
Okay. So and I'm gonna ask, how's your deal flow? Oh, my deal flow's okay. But what is this? What are these words? Spearheading deal flow operations with international VCs.
It's a good question.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I would know the answer.
I know a lot of people who cannot explain what's on a business card.
Yeah, well, basically, I just wake up every day and I go hunt unicorns.
Oh.
As simple, yeah. You know those mythical creatures that no one believes exist, but they actually do, and there's a lot of them in Estonia.
I love these.
It's a good hunting ground.
Estonian mythology, I love it.
Yeah. It's very old. If you look into the history, you know, it's a big thing.
And somebody's paying you money for this.
Yeah, turns out someone is crazy enough to do that.
Okay, Estonia is really, you're so much forward from Slovakia. Love it. Okay, Kristi, what are you going to be focusing on with the startups today?
Well, definitely team. It's an early stage company, so founder product market fit is a big thing. Of course, the stars aligning when they pitch. So hoping to get that right feel as well.
Yeah, I love you have all the vocabulary. Stars are aligning when you pitch, and okay.
I say that happens when you work with an American corporate VC for a while. You'll get all the lingo.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Kristi. I hope all your dreams come true.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Third member of jury is Andrej Kiska, a partner of the well-known Central European Capital Fund, Credo Ventures. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Everything good. I have one question. We're talking in the back, and I wanted to ask you a question. Is it hard? You also like try to invest in companies and find good companies.
Yeah.
And you said it's really hard to find good companies, and so is it easier to find money to invest? So it's like right now we're living the age like you're swimming in money and you want to throw it at somebody and you don't have enough people to throw money at?
No, spearheading, right?
Spearheading.
Yeah, you take the spear, you know, and
you
find
hunt the unicorns.
Yeah, that's right.
And
no, I mean, the best time to invest is when nobody has any money, because that's when the valuation is the lowest. So what we were discussing is that now a lot of people have a lot of money, so it's much harder to invest profitably.
Wow. Okay. So these people, so it's you have huge plenty of money, so if they don't win, they just come to you and you just give them money.
Plenty of money.
Okay. You lie with your appearance, you know. You should.
My money.
You should wear more gold or something, at least one gold tooth or something like that, so we can see the money. And
I have the invisible braces, you know. Does that count?
Oh, I couldn't see. Yeah, it's diamonds. That's why I don't see them.
They cost as much, yeah.
Okay, Andrej. So money is not the problem. The ideas and the startups is the problem.
That's right. That's what we are looking for here.
Okay, that's why you're here, maybe to steal something for your company and your investors.
Spend some money.
Wow, wonderful. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Andrej Kiska. Oh, thank you. And the last and beautiful member of jury is Peter Kručil, ladies and gentlemen, chairman of the board of directors and CEO of Slovenská sporiteľňa. Peter, hi. Welcome.
Hi.
Ahoy, ahoy. Peter, you're a CEO of a bank and you're working in the top management. Why do you come here? Is it because you want to meet normal people?
Exactly, this is the point.
Okay. Because you told me that I live in this gold cage and nobody tells me anything, so I came to take a look. Is that?
Yeah, and we are swimming in the money and we don't know what to do with the money, and these people know how to manage the money.
Ah, okay. So you're the bank and you want to meet people who you don't know how to spend your money and you want to meet the people.
No, I think these people knows much better what's new ideas, how to change the companies, and I think our company needs a lot of changes. And this is the way how we can learn from these companies. At the same time, we can maybe make some business with them. This is a nice opportunity also for us.
So is it like right now, as a jury member, are you here as Peter or are you here as the CEO of the bank?
I'm here like CEO Peter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, because I'm staying with function like colleague of mine, other banks during the whole life.
Yes.
This is something what I cannot leave.
This is why you became the most respected CEO in 2021. And it was
and
decided by other CEOs. That is something. Like
and
that.
everybody loves me. I receive only one congratulation from my wife.
No. You know why? It was like 160.
And she don't understand what is CEO because she's teacher.
Yeah. No, it was 168 CEO who decided this. I think 167 were voting for themselves. And then one of them made a mistake and Peter got 2 votes. No, but
I receive 3 votes.
Wow.
Because colleague of mine,
okay.
he needs a new mortgage loan, you know, for a nice house. And second, this was, he was in bankruptcy procedure.
And now the colleague has 2 days home office. Woo!
And 2 days in home office. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Peter, thank you very much. We're looking forward. Sit down, and so we can start. Take the microphone with you. You're going to need that. Okay. Yeah, you can keep it. It's yours. You don't have to pay for that. Just give the 50,000 euros to these young people.
Maybe.
Okay. Enough talking management and organizers and jury. Let's move to the best part of the evening. Let's see the pitches of our startups. And let's start with the first one, which is called Meraj, which is in Slovak measurer. So, and they're specializing in measuring. So I hope that the creativity they saved on the name, they invested in the product. Ladies and gentlemen, Meraj.
I think there are many successful and innovative entrepreneurs in Slovakia today, but I'm impressed by the story of the company Asset, which has achieved tremendous global success at a time when we had no such support for the companies like we have today. The biggest challenge for me was my time management, and it also made me think about myself when I'm lazy, because I met many people whose commitment and activity was extreme, and they are still with a smile on their face. Now I know the startup environment here in Slovakia, and it is very supportive and inspirational. So maybe I would stay in this environment and work on my dreams. But as a middle-aged person, I need to say that the balance between work and leisure is very important. I'm proud of our team. I've never heard from our development team that something is impossible. They come up with new ideas and improvements very quickly. And for me, without technical education, this is very impressive, interesting, and absolutely different world.
The presenter for Meraj company will be one of the business partners, Pavel Gmiter.
it's hard to be first, so I try my best. Hello, I'm Pavel. I'm from GoSpace IoT company, and I'm here with Meraj, which is an IoT time and money and environment saver. Do you know how mayors control the rivers when there is a high risk of floods? They check it personally day and night. That's why we have developed an IoT solution that measures the water level constantly and sends immediately early flood warning directly to your phone. This year we want to have more than 100 municipalities more safe with this solution this year. Meraj is a combination of an innovative IoT sensor and software that we can adapt to the needs of our clients. And we move water monitoring to the 21st century. With easy installation and connectivity to all IoT networks and even satellite, Meraj made in Slovakia can be helpful anywhere in the world. Meraj is currently being used in Slovakia, Germany, UK and Dubai in rivers wells, and we want to start pilot measurements in Italy and Australia next month. One of the ways we want to get to the market is through project with national and international institutions. And we submitted a project with one state company with groundwater measurement in 1,000 measuring points in Bratislava region. And we fully automate the process. We save staff time, we save fuels, which would produce 25 tons of CO2 emissions per year. Here are some numbers. With 1,000 sensors worth 450 euros each, together with connectivity, it's almost 600,000 euros. There are more than 10,000 measuring points in Slovakia, and we estimate around 1 million in Europe just in this groundwater use case. So it's a lot of money and a lot of CO2 emissions saved. Current measurement methods are mainly with manual probes or with some expensive pressure probes, and we have modern, innovative radar technology, which saves time, it's high accuracy and high reliability. Our team is great and full of professionals, full of engineers with much software and hardware experience, and they are really great. And our vision is to save property, save emissions and environment, and to bring this solution to the world. Thank you for your support.
Thank you, Pavel. This is how it looks like. I saw it in the backstage.
Yes, this is like, Expo Dubai edition.
Well,
so
I was like, yeah, just put it on the table, give it to them so they can touch it, they can finally see it. And
you
now
can
it's
put it on some iron surface, and it's on magnet. So installation is so easy. Just put a magnet, and it measures for 7-8 years.
Okay, enough of the presenting. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We know what magnet is. Come on. So put it on a magnet. You can put it away. Okay, guys, 3 minutes for you. Let's start with your questions.
Yeah, sure. Well, good pitch. It's actually it's worse to go last, so going first is not that bad.
Thank you.
But well, I live in a country in the Netherlands, where most of the country is below sea level, with an amazing water management resources and solutions. So I'm wondering, what is the competitive landscape like, and what are the other solutions out there that you're going against with?
There are some other also IoT solutions, not just probes or some pressure probes, because this is like professional for national institutions. But we want to give something more, some innovative to this environment. So we have radar. We are developers, so we can improve hardware and software to the needs of our clients. So we can do in the shape of a heart, if you want. And we have very good accuracy technology. It's radar with good range. This solution has 13 meters range. We can have 50 meters range and more. And we are also competitive with price. So we know about some other companies, they develop sensors, but they are maybe with ultrasonic, which is not so accurate, and this radar technology is technology of the future, we think.
We have only 3 minutes,
yes,
so
yes, thank
quick
you.
questions, quick answers, please. How protectable is this, or have you already started protecting some IP? How far are you, etc.?
Yes, we have it. It's very important to us. So we also consultate IP things with lawyers, and it's all in our company. It's not just a radar. It's put it together. It should work like many years together without some failures. So it's like know-how. It's what it's inside.
Pavel, thank you. Great presentation, great mission. One question, how does the information get to the end user? Because I kind of feel like floods come quickly, you have to react quickly. It's good that you have a product for a municipality, but how do I, as the guy in the house next to the river, know that the flood is coming?
It can be SIM card inside from mobile operators. It can work on IoT networks or even the satellite, and it goes, the signal information goes to our servers, and then we send information to your mobile, to your web application, or something. What do you need? We can send you just files with information, with some statistics. So what our client needs, we can provide this for them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I don't know if I will raise a question because there is no time to answer a question.
I'm sorry.
So that was the first startup. Meraj, thank you. Pavel Gmiter. So the other guys, come on, 20 seconds per question, okay? So Peter can also ask his question. Okay, next startup is called CrowdPledge. It's going to be presented by a young startup. How do you say startup is woman? Anybody? But okay, so we have some girls here, which is really great, and I'm looking forward to that. And she was solving a problem, how to get companies to do something for the environment, for the nature, how to help the earth. And I think she found the solution. Ladies and gentlemen, CrowdPledge.
Literally anyone brave enough to become an entrepreneur is a role model for me. Well, it was like being back at the university for one semester, plus having a husband and a child, minus all the partying. Make life of the entrepreneurs as easy as possible. Hands down the startup founder, because the freedom that you have is well worth all the risks and all the trouble.
For the CrowdPledge company, ladies and gentlemen, Sonia Smith. No, držím palce.
Using the power you already have to help save the planet. We call it crowd pledging. Eco-anxiety, a concept so real, it was added to the Oxford Dictionary last year, and many people are feeling it. Good news is that people can unite behind what matters. And it's also what we're seeing now, people mobilizing to help anywhere they can with the crisis in Ukraine. And in the same way, the best answer to eco-anxiety is to be able to do something. Companies are not evil per se. They are risk-averse, and they need to make money in order to survive. But what if we removed that risk? What if consumers could pledge to buy from the good ones? Here's how it works. Our user, let's call her Anna, can choose a sustainable solution from our ready-made marketplace. She likes the coffee cup, and I bet you will love it too. You can press it in your own coffee shop from your own coffee waste, and it biodegrades in 48 hours. You throw it on the ground, on the grass, and it's gone in 2 days. Fantastic, right? But back to Anna. She uses CrowdPledge to create a campaign around this solution and pledges to spend €250, for example, at her favorite coffee shop, the Coffee Brothers. And if they buy this machine that can make this cup. And many people love this idea and also pledge the money. And at some point, Coffee Brothers realized that this is not only good for the environment, but also for the business. And they invest in the machine. CrowdPledge is where disruptive meets convenient. You don't need to be a sustainability expert to still make a difference, because we made it so easy. And there is a growing market for sustainable solutions, and it's expected to grow in the next 7 years up to 50% of all households to be eco-active. From our own research, we know that everybody wants to use CrowdPledge. It's free for users. We make money from successful campaigns paid by the companies, so like the coffee shop, and commissions from sustainable solutions, like the coffee cup machine. We are in the MVP stage and would be ready to launch in six months. This is our team. We are a highly experienced team with compatible skills, and despite the same last name, we are not related. And we are looking for funding for our next 18 months, possible collaboration opportunities, and we're looking for a chief growth officer to join our team. So if you know someone, let us know.
Thank you, Sonia. If you need somebody who absolutely doesn't know what he's doing, I'm your man. So let's take a look at the jury questions.
Okay, I will start.
Yeah, okay, Peter, please.
To be on the safe side. Okay. What's your market? What's your focus? What is the market? It's Slovakia, Central Europe, where you would like to start?
So we would be launching in the Netherlands. And from there, expand to the Western Europe, and then hopefully to the whole Europe, and then further.
Actually, it would be interesting to know, how do you vet the products on your marketplace? Because the sustainability, it's so easy to add that tag, and people get quite confused because it's thrown around so easy. Do you do some sort of pre-vetting of those
Absolutely,
solutions?
and that's the part, that's the beauty of it, that it's so simple and so easy for the users, because we already did the work, we did the homework, so it's we would never put anything up there that does not meet the strictest criteria.
Thanks for the pitch. My question is related to the structure of crowdfunding. So is this product-based, loan-based, revenue-based, or I didn't quite catch that?
So you as a user pledge to spend money at the business. So it depends what type of business it is. In this case, it was a coffee shop. So you just pledge to spend a certain amount in a certain period. So let's say in 12 months that you will go there and spend that amount.
Okay, like credit, kind of as credit, kind of.
Yes, that's that. You could say that, yeah.
So I would actually follow on that question, because I'm not quite sure like how the marketplace works. So me as an end user, I get on the website. Mm-hmm. On the website, I'm going to find a list of pre-vetted things you picked, like a coffee machine.
It's a machine that makes that coffee cup that it's biodegradable in the nature, and it's fully circulable.
Okay, so I'm an end user. Mm-hmm. I see there, mm-hmm. and I pledge to do what? And
you reach out to your favorite business, or a business that you would want to start offering this.
Okay, so I see the coffee cup maker on your website. I go to my favorite coffee place.
Exactly.
I tell them, you should use this coffee cup maker.
Exactly.
And what do I do on your website?
Sorry?
And what do I do on your website?
You create the campaign, and there you pledge, and you start the campaign, and then other people will pledge, and that's how it grows. So at some point when the business sees, like the coffee shop can see, that they already have like 5,000 or 10,000 euro pledged, they know that that's the money they will get if they buy this machine.
But I wonder, in a way, doesn't it make it way too easy for these companies? They should be incentivized already to be more sustainable.
But are they? That's the question, and that's why I came up with the idea of Crowd Pledge.
Okay,
thank you.
Sonia Smith and Crowd Pledge. Now, let's take a look at startup number 3. These guys, I love them because I'm really shitty programmer and really shitty system administrator. And they run their own Debian system, which hasn't fallen down for like 500 days. For me, that's magic. I restart like every 2 to 3 days because I'm so shitty. And so these guys run their own server with their own services, and that is something for which I would give them 500 euros right now at the moment, but I won't. Ladies and gentlemen, Calmit.
There are many successful Slovak entrepreneurs, but I don't have any particular role model. I believe every day brings us new challenges and inspiration. You just have to keep your eyes open and listen and create your own opportunities to establish yourself. It was like a second job to me, but if I had to choose one aspect, it was how important it is to believe in yourself and your team, and to express and articulate your thoughts and visions, write them down, and then take actions in all aspects of the business. There is quite a lot to be done. I think we have to change the way of our thinking, and we should start at schools and universities. And I believe this is the way to create a healthy and creative ecosystem that will allow people to explore their ideas and encourage them not to be afraid to take risks and make hard decisions. Tomáš Baťa has been a great inspiration to me, as he started with nothing, but he believed in himself and he worked hard. He had to overcome so many obstacles, and he made it to the top and succeeded globally, while never losing his heart for people.
And the presenter for Calmit is Damian Bucha.
We teach old cameras new tricks. I'm Damian, and today we are talking about cameras. Imagine yourself on the side of the road counting vehicles for endless hours, then spending days processing data, making charts and reviews. All this trouble, and you are still left with data from just one particular day and place. Such complicated and expensive processes are often the reason why authorities and businesses make decisions based on outdated information or their feelings. But we can change that. In Bratislava alone, there are already hundreds of cameras, leaving thousands of hours of wasted video footage every single day. Using machine vision and our own artificial intelligence, we can process the video in the background and create the reports automatically, providing to our clients long-term statistics and data ready at their fingertips 24/7 for any day or night of the year. Analytics of traffic, bicycles, footfall, and even IoT air quality integration. There are lots of benefits for cities, businesses, and law enforcement agencies. Whether it is the planning of new bicycle or bus lane, or you are looking for a perfect place to open your dream cafe, even police, literally saving lives of people. Proven by our long-term paying clients who have already gotten real-world experience and are already expanding more cameras into the system. Moreover, Bratislava Police is already testing our solution, and we participate in local bicycle monitoring project. Our main advantages are usage of existing cameras, automation of report, and integration of IoT measurements. Our competitors, on the other hand, focus on offline processing, use other counting methods, or they need to install new hardware, which increases the cost of such solutions. Calmit is as simple as plug and play. In exchange for access to the city cameras, the city gets the basic data set for free, while we still keep the ownership of analyzed data to be resold on B2B markets. We put up a great and capable team of lifelong friends, colleagues, and experts with more than 10 years of experience with camera systems and IT systems. Our ambition is to be present in every major city in Europe within 3 to 5 years. We are already talking with our partners in Poland, Hungary, and Czech Republic. And right now, we are looking for 500,000 euro in our initial seed investment round to help us grow our team, boost our expansion, and help us teach those cameras new tricks. I'm Damian, this is Calmit, and I would be happy to answer your question and find out whether this is something you may invest in. Thank you for your attention.
Damian, 10 more seconds for country music.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Extra points from my side for that. So, Damian, B2G, one of the hardest business models or market segments that you could ever look for.
Definitely.
So, what is your customer acquisition plan or strategy? I understand that you're all good in Bratislava. I saw all your customers, but what's next?
Well, I actually had a prepared slide for this, but never mind. Well, our initial strategy is to expand our reach of our network through our partners. That's why we have strong partnership network from our previous business in neighboring countries, mostly in V4 region. And everybody has their own cities where they are located. They have their own colleagues and partners, and everybody has some connection is maybe not a good word, but options how to approach their city and present them this solution.
Are you going to thanks. Are you going to put free pilots into other cities, or you have to have some sort of a better strategy than just connections, right?
Well, we offer freemium for a few months to test the solution. And then the client can actually decide whether this is something for him or if he sees a use at their location or city.
Can you a little bit elaborate on competition? Because I would say you are not the only company working on this issue.
Yeah, there is quite a lot of competition. I think Mr. Kiska would know because they have the good vision in their portfolio. But yeah, the market is big. The companies take different approaches, mainly. Some use cameras, some use induction loops, some use sensors. And our main advantage is that we want to use the existing cameras that are already in every city. So this is our maybe the most main advantage. And we also want to integrate this with IoT air quality measurements, mainly sound and air quality, so you can correlate the results and tell what is going on in the city in the long term. Not just one analytics, one crossroad, but long-term data.
Maybe just to add on to that question as well, because there's obviously some downfalls by using like the CCTV cameras that are already there. Maybe like, how do you address those blind spots and you get actually a full view of the footfall within the city or the areas that you're capturing?
Well, we can of course add the cameras to the system for some specific places, but the existing cameras are like the advantage of the city. You can always put the camera where you on some spot that is of interest to you.
I would just say I like what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Damian Bucha and Calmit, a company with huge problems in GDPR in a couple of next years. Storing the data. Well, okay. They're hopeful they figured that out. Right now, the next company is called Manual Logic. There's a saying, when all else fails, read the freaking manual. They want to change it. They want you to read the manual before everything else fails. So I hope this idea will get into practice and we'll see how that works. Ladies and gentlemen, Manual Logic.
I started my first business very young, some 25 years ago. At the time, there were no business idols. So for me, the biggest inspiration was independence and the success. Challenger helped me to stop the development of the products and look to the project and on the product itself from different perspectives, from different angles. short answer would be by the schools, by the teachers, and of course students. We need a lot of inspiration from the older generation for the young generation to follow. Obviously, a startup founder, that gives me the privilege to do the right things right and at the same time be wrong.
Romania Logic, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Marian Matejka. Držím palce.
Hello, I'm Marian from Manual Logic. My companies have produced more than 500 million manuals in 3 continents already. But now I'm ready to change customer experience of user manuals forever. Because people don't like to read manuals. And if they must, they don't understand it or simply they don't find it at all. It's billions of never read pages, printed, wasted. And if you provide it by digital PDFs, well, people rather visit unofficial forums, blogs, YouTube videos to solve their problems. Products evolved, users changed. Just user manuals have stayed same for the last 50 years, even grew bigger. So we have developed an online software to create visually stunning digital interactive manuals. It's very simple, even directly by producers. And created a catalog of more than 12 million manuals. Users can download it from its original source and add to their own accounts. It is then converted to be smartphone friendly and translated to any language. But to make manuals really better, we engage community. We need people like you to help. We open manuals for users, service tech professionals, influencers to add their comments, suggestions, tips and tricks, or upload YouTube videos, or simply ask questions directly at the right place of the manual. You will find it at manualwiki.com or producers' website and smart applications. At Manual Wikis, producers help people and people help producers in return. This way, it generates authorized content, relevant information. Manuals are getting better every day. Now follow me how we get from our free Manual Wikis into the profitable digital marketing platform. Similar to Google Ads, commercially listed links around each manual help users to buy related spare parts, accessories, product services. Any e-shop can now market a new battery or drill bit, grinder for food processor, or robotic lawn mower that is relevant, upselling, and cross-selling. Digital marketing industry is worth $400 billion today. Our goal and target is 6 million manuals at 5,000 readers on average. At 1% click rate on affiliate links, we generate some 300 million business connections annually. And that is our future revenue stream. 24 years of experience at manual production, together with a great software development team, made Manual Wiki a reality. Our partners, you see here, we run pilots with them, and we are ready to start. Manual Wikis are smart manuals for the people like you.
Thank you, Marian, and please, the jury can have their questions.
Yes, thank you. Now you can breathe in, breathe out, relax. Actually, I have a very simple but hard question. What is the problem that you're solving, and whose problem is this?
It's the problem of all our users who are just not using the manuals the right way. We are not reading, we don't know the products. They are more and more complicated, and we just don't know them anymore. We are using basic functions from these products, and all the rest of the, let's say, of your car, of the features in your car, you just don't know that.
I have the problem.
As an end user?
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And so, where do you get the manuals from, or what's like your relationship to the manufacturer? Do you kind of collaborate with the manufacturer directly, or do you digitize it yourself?
It's both. As passive producers, we digitize their manuals themselves. So users can simply download them from their original source and have them in their own household accounts. But we build a software that they can create all new manuals optimized for smartphones. So not the old PDF versions that we just convert, but really optimized. So there are all the nice features that you would normally use with your smartphone. So the manuals are shorter and, well, simple.
Can you elaborate a bit? It's live, right? Already, as I understand, you have 12 million manuals on the platform. What is the unit economics like? What is the retention? How many customers do you have? Is it one-offs? Do they come back all the time? Like, I hate manuals. I would prefer not to read them, and probably if I have to, I really don't want to. So what is the retention there? Or is people like, this is awesome, I want to read more manuals?
There is no retention yet. We are just working with the producer, with our partners as pilots, and we are working on creating the manuals. The second stage, when the end user are actually reading and retaining the manuals within their applications, that didn't come yet.
What is your thesis there? What is your hypothesis? How do you think it will go?
Well, it's very simple. You want to have your household within one application. You don't want to have all kinds of different apps for all your dishwasher and car and everything and bicycle. You'll have them everything under one roof. You get the proper notifications at the right time that you need to change some filter or something. So all that kind of features you get within one application. So retention will be there.
Maybe one just last thing to add. Have you thought of connecting it through warranties as well?
Absolutely. That's part of it. Maintenance and warranty is critical part of it as well.
Just a word of support, I have a digital manual for my car and I love it. So I'm a user of manuals.
Very nice, yeah.
And he's the guy with the money, so
yeah,
listen to him. I just saw a 500 bill fall off his pocket now. He doesn't even pick it. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Marian. Startup number 5, still no country music, but I'm waiting. It's called Battery Check, and they promise you you can forget about your batteries. You can forget all your batteries you have in your house and never remember them again, and they'll send you a notification when one of them will blow up or go away, and you need to don't take it on the plane anymore or anything. So these guys work with the batteries, and they're called Battery Check.
Petr Paško, Slovak entrepreneur and co-founder of ESET, and his story about how he became a great programmer instead of computer is similar to mine. I think that Slovakia is on a good way to become a startup nation, but a little more help from the government would be great. In comparison with other neighbor countries and their support from their government, I think that Slovakia should be inspired by them. I'm really proud of our whole team. Every one of us has given a lot of time into this startup, and without any one of my colleagues, we will never be this far. It was a long journey, but with the passion and hard work, we will build something great. It's hard to compare myself to someone, but I can say that I have something in common with Nikola Tesla. I really envy him for his effort to his cause, and I can say that I'm the same. No one can stop me from doing what I want to do in what I believe.
The presenter for Battery Check is Rastio Struhar.
Batteries are everywhere. We have so many devices leveraging battery as a primary or secondary source of the energy. They are everywhere, in home, in the workspace, even in the manufacturing, even here. And the transition to the electricity is not so easy for manufacturers of these devices. They mostly source the component from Asia. Once they assemble their devices, they don't know what is happening with them. And there is also regulatory and environmental push, as most of the devices, most of the batteries are toxic. So we decided to help, and we developed cloud-based, easy-to-connect solution so our customers could understand what is happening with their batteries once they are used in real life. We collect telemetry data from the battery and leveraging our analytics. We look for anomalies, calculate predictions, and advise our customers when to go to the second life or recycling. By 2025, there will be more than 26 billion of IoT-connected devices just in EU, and almost 1 billion of them will be very, very smart, generating ton of data, and for sure, juicing the battery. So lifecycle predictability will be critical for these devices. Our team consists of industry experts in IoT, AI analytics, backend development, and battery design and manufacturing. We have 2 patent pending applications, and we received Seal of the Excellence. Battery check is literally like an easy-to-integrate API in, API out Lego component with ability to monitor any IoT-connected devices with any battery chemistry. Once we collect enough data about the battery, our AI model can teach itself within several months. We can even monitor second-life batteries in second-life energy storage devices. And we already have 2 potential customers, and we're talking with them. We are B2B, and we charge monthly subscription fee per battery. Fee itself depends on complexity of the battery pack, on volume and speed of the data ingested into our system. So far, we were focusing on our backend development, our AI analytics, and our pilot projects. We're expecting 5 of our customers to be in commercial mode this year, and we want to leverage our Seal of the Excellence and get funding from the EU, but we don't want to wait, and we're raising 300,000 right now. So if you don't want to wait until your batteries will die, please get in touch with us. Thank you.
Rastio Struhar, ladies and gentlemen. Now is the time for the questions.
Thank you, very good timing on the pitch. Can you bring an example of a customer who would be using your service? Just walk us through, make this a role play. I am a customer.
Sure. I can say that one of our potential customers could be Meraj, because they are using battery inside their IoT devices. They are already compatible with us because we say if you are connected to the internet somehow with GSM or narrowband or other IoT stuff, then you can send the data to our system and we will analyze this data. So every IoT device with battery and ability to connect to the internet is our potential customer.
And what would the customer do with this information?
When we collect this data, then it's not about just the basic information that you are running low of the battery. It's about predicting what will happen in the future. When the floods happens in the summer on any occasions, then you need their device to be working at this time. So we can say that, okay, this battery will be in 2 months in really good shape. It looks like that.
I ask you, because in your business model, your calculation is saying 100 clients, 1 million euros income. It's right, yes?
Yes.
In average, 10,000 per client.
Again?
Approximately 100,000 euros per client income.
Yes.
And what's your expected value of the batteries you will manage? Because for me, this is quite, let's say, high margin.
It's not about batteries. It's about you need to keep your SLAs, for example. So we are talking about your business, not about the batteries.
But then we are talking really about big clients, not...
Yes.
No, I just wanted to, because obviously it can be adapted to many industries, but where do you see the pull strongest right now? From which industries, or where do you see the readiness is highest, or...
IoT manufacturers of any kind, power tools, electric movers, EVs, e-bikes, anything what's run on the battery and is compatible with our system, so they can send the data to our system. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was Rastio Struhar and Battery Check. Now we'll take a look at the startup number 6. They're called Transportly, and they're specialized in logistics, and they're in the business of, which in Slovakia is run by 60-year-old ladies with pen and papers, and they just make some notes on paper and they send some trucks somewhere. Hopefully they come back, and these guys promise to innovate on this, so let's take a look at them. Transportly.
I don't know many Slovak entrepreneurs, but if I really have to choose one, then I would go for Michal Truban. The reason is simple. A few years ago I read his book Support, and I found the book to be very authentic. It spoke to me, and there were a lot of things that I could easily relate to. Civita always told us to fall in love with the problem, not with the solution. And this can be especially hard if you are the owner of the company, because you might think that since it's your product, it's the best out there. But in reality, what you have to do is you have to look at the data in the most objective way, and you have to try to stay honest with yourself. And if you don't do so, the chances are that you are going to invest into something that is never going to make it. So for me, this was the biggest challenge, to keep that in mind. Well, of course, we need more companies like Civita and people like that. But besides private sector to be involved, we need to get public sector involved along with the universities. I have many friends in my area. They have different kind of ideas, but the truth is that almost no idea ever makes it anywhere. And I understand why. These people, they don't know how to start the execution of the idea. They don't know how to validate the idea. They don't know who to reach out to, and they have no money to play around. So I'm sure that if there were some ecosystems, some communities that would help these people to get them a little bit more confident, to give them a little boost, great things could happen in Slovakia. Well, I can see pros and cons of all three positions. For now, the least appealing for me would be the minister, and maybe as expected, the best for me would be to be the startup founder, as I'm right now. I get to see how the product is being built in front of my eyes. I get to be in close touch with my colleagues. I get to see the first customers using the product, and I get to see how it is actually being helpful for them. But who knows, maybe if you ask me in a year or two from now, I would say that I would rather be a corporate CEO.
Ladies and gentlemen, for Transportly, Viktor Sučka. Go, držím palce.
Do you remember the last time you were on a highway? How many trucks were there? Well, all these trucks, they have to be managed in some way. Today I'm going to talk about how we can make this more efficient. My name is Viktor, and I represent the company Transportly. I've been working in transportation industry for 6 years, and according to our research, what small and medium-sized transport companies have the biggest problem with is they are still using pen and paper solution, which means that their work is chaotic, and they have long billing periods, so they lack money in their business. And this is how we would like to help. We decided to address these two problems by creating a transport management software called Transportly. And thanks to our software, small and medium-sized transport companies can have all their data together, so they can make faster decisions, which helps them improve their work. We help them with their documents, so they can get paid sooner. And what is now a huge trend, customers want to see where their trucks are, and this is also something Transportly helps with. The market we are at, it keeps growing. In the next 5 years, it's expected that the market grows by another 19%. If we had only 1% of companies, transport companies from Slovakia and Poland as our customers, it would already be a huge success for us. And we are still not counting other European countries. Of course, we do have competitors, but what makes us unique is the simplicity that we offer. Anybody can log in, play around, and see the experience on his own in a couple of minutes. Also, our customers don't need any additional training because the software is easy to use. And this allows us to offer competitive prices. We are a typical SaaS model, and with the current prices that we have, you need 500 customers to break even. And once we reach this mass of customers, then we have many different ways to monetize our customers. So our ultimate goal, what we are trying to do, is to build a marketplace. So something like Bolt, but in cargo industry. Of course, we understand we need to get the fundamentals running now before we speak about something else. So let me give you an overview where we are right now. We've been working on Transportly for over 1 year. Currently, we have 10 early adopters, our testers, and we are about to launch the product in 4 countries in the next days. By the end of 2023, we would like to start building the marketplace. None of this would be possible if it wasn't for our great team consisting of 6 people, and I'm very happy they made it here today. My mission today is very simple. We would like to go to another level by connecting with people who could give us guidance, knowledge, and who could possibly connect us to other companies. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Viktor Suchka and Transportly. Andrei, you finally have a question.
Yes, I do. Victor, great presentation.
Thank you very much.
So, I know I have seen a lot of companies trying to digitize the trucking industry, and none of them seem to be very successful.
Right.
Why do you think that is? Why is now a good time, and what is your unique insight on that?
Okay. Well, I've seen many customers trying to create marketplace, and what I think the biggest mistake is that they are not solving the egg and chicken problem. They all want to create marketplace right away. But first you have to have either transport companies, and then you can start working on something different. So our approach is to take it step by step. What I've described today is a simple transport management software for small and medium-sized carriers. And once we have that, we can move forward. So I think the mistake of what others are doing is they are going too fast, and they want to have it all immediately.
Good answer. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I actually had a very similar question. I have seen in Estonia so many different logistics digitalizing services, and not only the marketplace part, but also the digitalizing part. It seems that the market need is there, but it's not actually there, but maybe you can break the game. And my question was, what is the actual benefits that you bring to the logistics company? Is this saving money, or like what is the actual benefits that you bring with the app?
Okay, well, let me explain that what we are currently doing, this transport management software, this is not something super revolutionary at this moment. Everything can be done with workarounds. Like everything that we offer in our app can be done in different ways. But what we do, we put it all together and we make it super simple. So we save time, which is one of the value. Then you can decide how you want to use that save time. You can work more, or you can maybe have more time in your hands. And then we help with invoicing processes, by having a scanner in our phone call, by having a driver included in the whole process. And also we offer a tracking device, which is now the real-time visibility that manufacturing companies want when they order a transport.
Can you little bit elaborate? You said we are open to outside financing. I have to ask you, as a banker.
Absolutely, sir. Yes, we are hoping to either have outside financing by banks, investors, or maybe meet people in Manhattan, as I learned today. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Viktor Suchka, Transportly.
Thank you.
The next startup is, there were programmers, IT people here, and now I'm looking forward because we are going to meet a designer. This startup is not using that much cloud services, it's not using that many servers, but it's something you can touch, you can feel, you can use in real life. And this startup's name is Nanodi.
On our startup journey, we have met a lot of people who inspired us. We are being very open because sometimes the greatest inspiration comes when you least expect it, or from the person you least expect it. We always take something out of meetings with people, we observe their skills and learn from them. For me, Challenger was in itself a huge step outside the comfort zone. It challenged me in both business and personal development and made me understand that the real progress takes place outside the comfort zone. It made me face my weaknesses and put me in situations when I couldn't predict my reactions. But looking back at it, it was all worth the progress. Based on my experience as a student, I would say that Slovakia needs more education opportunities for young people. I would appreciate if I had the opportunity to study entrepreneurship during my university studies to gain some basic business building skills before founding a startup. Also, in my opinion, teamwork training is very underestimated. As two female founders, we are proud of our teamwork. We can rely on each other and we always find solutions suitable for both sides. We motivate each other and we can get each other back on track.
For Nanodi company, we are happy to meet Jana Vočková. Woo!
Unfortunately, at Nanodi we cannot turn water into wine, but what we can do is to turn it into sanitizer. Every public space has to meet hygiene standards, which includes disinfection devices. Those require maintenance, leading to increased financial costs. Moreover, refills contribute to the production of waste. What if there was a solution? There is. Our M1 device turns clean water into disinfectant. No need to buy refills. And M3 effectively eliminates the harmful particles circulating in the air without production of toxic byproducts such as ozone. M1 uses the power of electricity to split compounds of water. Electric current passes through two oppositely charged electrodes, advanced oxidation radicals are generated, and water gets disinfectant properties. 1 liter becomes active after 60 minutes, but the circulation carries on, which ensures the continuous production of disinfectant. Disinfection devices are everywhere, and they will remain a hygiene standard even after the pandemic. Our devices are designed for high-traffic public spaces, and our customers are organizations concerned about the environmental impacts of their actions. It is assumed that one customer would buy multiple devices at once, which is a commercial advantage for us. To cover monthly operating costs, we need to sell 40 products. Our devices' long lifespan and low operating costs offset the higher initial purchase cost and gives us the competitive advantage over our competitors. Assuming that 500 users use the device every day, the customer will save in a region of 4,000 euros over 5 years compared to the competition. Our team is a combination of technologists with over 20 years of experience in carbon materials research and designers determined to bring technological innovations to the public. Over the past months, a significant step in the company's development has been the redesign of our device, taking into account the product market fit. We have 10 new prototypes, and our main goal is to put them into operation and start the testing phase. And for the upcoming year, our aim is to get products ready for the market, which includes filing a technology patent and certifying the products. We are at the R&D stage, and we are looking for an investment to cover the company's costs for the next 16 months until we start generating revenue. In addition, we look for mentors to help us with development of marketing strategies and provide advice on legal issues. My name is Jana, and I'm co-founder of Nanodi. Thank you.
Please, Jerry, your questions. Thank you, Anka.
Thank you, Anna. Really, really good pitch. I had the chance to try it out earlier as well, so really cool. I was just wondering, because are you falling under the medical equipment, and how is it with the new MDR regulation? Have you applied for it? What are the potential restraints there?
Yes, it falls under the technical equipment, so we need certifications of electrical compatibility and so on. And so far we haven't, but we are planning to do so during this year.
And you're expecting to have it finalized this year already, or?
Yes, we expect to have it ready in the next 12 months. Okay. So that's our plan for the next year.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jana. Great pitch. Two product questions. One is what is the expected size of the final product? Like a hand sanitizer to me is like a small little thing. So is it like the size of you?
No, this actually this is the first prototype we had. And when we came to Challenger, we had this prototype and we found out that it doesn't really have the market potential. So therefore we did the redesign and we designed two smaller devices. And you can actually look at it at the entrance. So the size is approximately 30 to 20 centimeters.
Gotcha, thanks. And last question, electrolysis is your secret, but it's not exactly new. So like what specifically is your secret?
So what makes us different from the competition is the material of electrodes. And we are using electrodes made from porous ceramic material. And we grow boron-doped diamond layers onto the electrodes. And why is it special? Because our competition uses electrodes made of metal materials. And such materials, even though it's precious metals, such as titanium or platinum, they corrode over time. And our electrodes don't corrode because they're not metals.
So my quick question is this cheaper as well than the alcoholic-based solutions?
At the initial investment, it's higher than the competition, but it saves your money over time because you don't have to buy disinfectant to fill it. You only fill it with water.
With how long of a time does it pay off?
Less than a year.
And quick question which followed your answer, and what's the life cycle of your product? How long you can use the one product?
The life cycle is really long, but the warranty time is 2 years. But the life cycle, we expect around 5 years, let's say.
More than me.
Thank you. This was Nanodi and Jana Vončková. Thank you very much. We move on to the last startup of tonight. And I was waiting for this whole evening. Isn't there going to be any robots? We need robots for cleaning. We need robots for helping. We need robots for shooting. I'm waiting for the spot by Boston Dynamics to finally cut my throat one day. So finally, we have a robot. And we have a company called Panza Robotics.
The inspiration for me or for us comes from globally successful Slovak companies. For example, Spinea, MTS, Asset. I don't want to mention individuals because it's always teamwork in these companies. So this is for inspiration for us. It was a lot of information, useful information in very short time. So it was very challenging to absorb all this information for me. Startup ecosystem in Slovakia is definitely bigger and better every year, but what we need is at least one unicorn or more successful exits. Definitely startup founder, because there is much more energy.
And for Panza Robotics, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rado Balajka.
Hello. Every big company has a huge amount of routine tasks that must be carried out. It costs a lot of money, especially when the tasks are in dangerous environments or hard-to-reach areas. Solution for reducing the costs and protecting the health of employees is to carry out this task by our robot, Artaban. We are building our robot as a universal platform, so he will be able to do various tasks in a range of industries. Market with such smart autonomous robot is expected to grow by 23% a year during the next year, and the main industries and use cases are utilities and manufacturing, construction, and public safety. Our primary target group end customers, so various companies from different industries. Our secondary target group are robot as a service providers. An expected price would be between 40 and 50,000 euro per robot per year. The main competitor is RobotSpot from Boston Dynamics. Another competitors are Animal C and Alien Go. Great names, but our plan is to be better. We have unique visual design and we have unique actuation of our legs. We have another portion of dexterity, so it will open the new opportunities for usage of our robot. We are working hard, so we are also trying to protect what we do with patent and trademarks. There are 14 people working on this robot. This is just half of the team. We don't have the whole team photo. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of the company with 2 successful exits. Our CTO is experienced robotist working in Switzerland, graduated in Japan. Our long-term goal is cooperation with universities. We are also part of the National Robotics Center in Slovakia. We'd like to finish the first prototype in the second quarter of this year to start immediately with first customers and early adopters program. We are already in discussion with more than 20 companies as the potential customers. We'd like to make certification on second prototype by the end of this year, and during the next year, we'd like to start small series production. We are green solution. Our robot is fully electric, so we are also reducing carbon emissions. We are looking for potential partners, potential customers, and we are looking for pre-seed investment of 600,000 euros that we need for employees and prototyping. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rado. Now it's time for the questions.
Thanks. So you mentioned the price for the end user, but what is the price of production of one of the robots?
Yeah, approximately it will be between about 30,000 euros per robot, and the price, what you see, was like renting per year.
Yeah. And overall, so right now, I guess you're putting them together in-house, but for future and the scaling purposes, are you planning to outsource?
We definitely would like to outsource all possible manufacturing works. We would like to work, or we would like to produce a lot of things in Slovakia with Slovakian companies, but not alone, but really with different suppliers.
Quick question from my side. Thank you for the pitch. So you're competing with quite strong players already, maybe ahead of you. I could say I've seen some out there working. So what are those very specific items that makes your robot better?
I could mention more things, but the first thing is that we have unique actuation of legs. Our legs have not 2 parts as our competitors, but 3 parts. So we will be able to open the door, climb the ladder, and more dexterity. But there is also another things from visual design. We are like, I don't want to compete on price, but definitely, for example, Spot from Boston Dynamics is very expensive from another part of the planet. So it's good to have company in Slovakia, in Central Europe, with R&D team here. So there is like more things that we can really compete with.
Mm-hmm. Have you thought of this to be a military product as well?
I would say that our robot, we are building our robot to protect and to help. So regarding the public safety, rescue operations, monitoring of disaster areas, landmines, toxicity, that kind of business.
Ciao Rado, long time no see.
Hi.
So just to kind of get it straight, does it cost 30,000 euro to produce that robot?
Approximately, as right now, we think, yeah.
That's like the, cost of like a car.
We are not building definitely cheap machine. It's really expensive and very smart.
Well, it has 3 pieces for the legs, so.
Yes. By the way, we could do, of course, things like cheaper in China, for example, but we don't want to compete on price. So we would be better build this robot with Slovakian companies here and also R&D.
Rolls-Royce of robots.
Definitely, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
There was Rado Balajka in Panza Robotics ahead of his biggest marketing question. Do you want 30,000 euros or do you want this? You can keep this, but we won't give you the money, or you can just have this and the money. Okay, thank you. Guys, jury, this was your time. Now it's your time to move to your lair and to think and talk and argue about what is going to happen with these startups. Thank you very much. Thank you, Andrej. Thank you, Anu. Thank you, Kristi. And thank you, Peter. Finish your notes. And I, right now, would like to invite all the members of the startups who are here. Guys, come on. You first. We need to get you out of here first. Just go. Make it fast, because they're going to make me do jokes here if you're too slow. So thank you. The jury is out. Yes, thank you. And I would like to welcome all the members of the startup teams. Come on up, guys. I would like to see Meraj, Crowd Pledge, everybody. Like, come on, stand up here, girls, boys. These are the presenters. And before I ask them a couple of questions, right now it's your time. The audience, the internet audience, the audience here in the room, you can cast your voice. This is our Slido channel. Let's make some space here. This is our Slido channel. You can join in at slido.com or slide.do, Challenger SK, and you can cast your vote. You will have 2 minutes to cast your vote, and after 2 minutes the votes will go off and no more chance of voting. So let's get the votes ready, and the voting starts now. Yeah, I'll make the sound. The QR code. They want to see the QR code. Hurry! Only 90 seconds left. Yeah, or you can just use the keyboard as we did for 40 years now. Challenger SK, but yeah, QR code. Everybody see. What are you doing? You cannot vote. Okay, you can. Okay, guys, so I need a microphone. I'll use this one. Thank you. Come on. How are you? Let's stand in front of the QR code, so they have to use the... No. So how was the presentation?
I think it went pretty well.
Can we get this microphone on? 1, 2, 1, 2, please. There's jury microphone number 7. Number 7, yes, okay. So, do you think you're gonna sell the idea? This is like a Patreon for good things.
Yes, that's correct. Do you know Patreon? Do you like it?
Yes, I do, and I sponsor some guy who is editing videos of Občiansky tribunál in Slovakia. That's my only Patreon thing. So, and do you think this really can work?
I'm really convinced it can. Look at the level of eco-anxiety in people. How young people are worried about their future. People in the middle age are worried about their children's future. Like it's terrible.
Okay, so the webpage is very optimistic. So make it black with fire and dying animals, and maybe that's going to help.
I mean, you need to feel good about it when you're creating your campaigns.
When you pledge the money, it will change to brighter colors.
Yes, that's correct.
50 euros for that idea. Thank you. Thank you. Who do we have here? Hi.
Hi.
So, how many batteries do you have at your home?
Oh, countless.
Countless.
Everything's run on battery. Almost everything.
And what do you know about those batteries? Was this like from your experience, like, oh shit, my battery is not working, if I knew this 3 months ago? No. But there is a business with 10,000 batteries who needs to do this, right?
Maybe I need more smarter devices at my home, not just smart watches or watches just with the battery.
When you'll get those 250,000 euros, you can buy all the smart devices you want, but leave some money for... Paolo, hi.
Hi, Johnny.
So how do you feel? You saw all the other guys. Who do you think is going to win? It's like, you know, when the Miss competition in Slovakia, who is going to win? Not me.
I don't know, the best. I'm sure the best will win.
Okay, and that's it. That's 2 minutes and what? Tell me.
What?
You were like, oh, come on, you didn't ask me a question. I loved your presentation. And so what's the GDPR post in your company? You're going to record our videos, you're going to put it on your poorly protected Debian server, and what's next?
No, everything is under control. We have a lawyer in our team.
You have a lawyer?
Yeah. Yes.
I feel much more secure now. Thank you. Whew, a lawyer. Let's hire 5 hackers. No, we need 1 lawyer. That's okay. That's same money. Okay, thank you. So guys, I'm sorry. These are the guys who were presenting today. Thank you. It's behind you. You're ready. And now we are going to wait for the winner. So again, give a big applause for our startups. Thank you, guys. Thank you. This way. Oh, thank you. Now, I would like to welcome our special guest and our special keynote speaker. I love the name. I feel like I need to make some jokes about the name. His name is Jakub Nešetřil, which means in Czech language, Jacob didn't save. And I think Jacob never saved any time for himself when he was working at his company. Jakub, come on stage. Welcome. Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing the hoodie?
Yes.
Did they let you wear that? You sold the company already?
Yeah, I keep it in my drawer so that I don't wear it too much on special occasions.
I see. It's like only a lot of time is spent. Okay, wonderful. So you are a rich, successful guy. I read something about you. You had some health issues. You managed over that, and now you're healthy, filthy rich, and now you decided you're going to help the Czech Republic to have better IT. Is that correct?
Better life.
Better life? That's the biggest mission.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like Elon Musk doesn't want work; he wants life on Mars. So you have
to live better. That's right.
So do you meet any guys from Slovensko Digital?
I actually did call up the Slovensko Digital guys before I started, and I said, do you mind if I borrow the name? Because it's a really good name. And they were like, yeah, no, as long as you call it Česko Digital. And
okay. I thought that would be funny, slovensko.digital/Czech.
.cz.
Okay, Jakub, I don't think we need to talk anymore before your presentation. I'll ask the questions later.
All right.
So ladies and gentlemen, founder of Aperi, founder of Česko Digital, Jakub Nešetřil.
Right. Hello. Are you still not sleeping after all the amazing presentations? It's a tough act to follow. I can't pitch in 30 seconds. I can't do an elevator pitch right now. They asked me to speak for 20 minutes, which feels deeply unfair to the startups here. Sorry, but the jury has to think a lot, so they need me to fill the stage while they're thinking. The energy here is amazing. I love startups. I love talking to you guys. I love the energy and the optimism and looking into the future and going out and building it. But of course, today, and I'm very happy to Peter that he mentioned it at the beginning, it is hard to be optimistic. It is hard to be optimistic when we look to the east and we see what's happening there. And it is hard not to think about our friends in Ukraine and what's happening to them. And it feels a little bit like unfair, like why should we have fun and celebrate and do all these exciting things when there's so much suffering just a couple kilometers to the east. And so I am very, but I do feel we do have to overcome that, and we do have to actually keep that optimism and keep the spirit, keep the fighting spirit, and build great companies, because that is what is going to change the world of the future. And I want to talk a little bit about that today. 10 years ago, I was just like you here in the front row, running out of money fast and pitching for my life so that somebody will, for Pete's sake, give me money so that I can make it to the next year. This picture is all I could find, so we all look, relaxed, but we're tired as hell, and we have about 1 month left of runway. And in fact, it was just very close from here in this small city of Vienna. Nice city, you should go. I pitched at Pioneers Festival, and everybody was saying, no, this is stupid, this is a bad idea. Only one small lady in the corner, elderly lady, stood up and said, I'll give you my money. And that small lady ended up being a famous investor, Esther Dyson, and the rest is history. Then more investors came, then we moved to San Francisco, opened our offices in Bay Area, in Silicon Valley, bought all these expensive Apple computers and Apple displays, then had to explain to investors why we're wasting so much money. And we started growing. This is an early version of our customer map, or user map, I should say. Those two are slightly different things, as you know. Then it became so big that it crashed the browser, so this is the last known screenshot. We had users in, I think, 170 countries around the world, which is pretty much everything which is not banned for export restriction. I think we were actually even in Iran and then had to remove the users when we started talking to investors. So everywhere around the world. Fast forward a couple years, happy exit. I sold the company to Oracle for a lot of money. Finally, I had some time to enjoy the sights, to go around San Francisco and start to take it in. San Francisco is a beautiful city. You should go. Muslims have to go to Mecca and programmers have to go to San Francisco. It's the go-to place where we all have to go at least once in our life to see it, right? But it is, and also, I very much like a quote from William Gibson, that the future is already here, it's just not evenly distributed. And that is very much true in San Francisco, right? The future is already there. Everything magically works better. Apple Maps and Google Maps all work. It's the only place in the world where they work seamlessly. But if it is the future that's unevenly distributed to San Francisco, then there is also a lot of worrying things to look at once you actually stop and take the sights in. You do see a lot of human suffering and a lot of human pain. This is my picture. I took this photo when I was going to my startup office in downtown San Francisco, people sleeping in tents right next to my swanky startup office that I pay huge money for. And it is a difficult place to live in and a difficult place to correlate all this huge wealth and huge misery of scale that we don't know here in Europe. But on one level, it is actually not surprising, because I'm a geek, I can say this. Maybe I should quantify, some geeks don't get people, but enough of them that the startup ecosystem and the tech ecosystem has started building this cyber utopia where everything is perfect until people come in, In the early stages, in 90s, we felt like we don't have to pay taxes online because this is the bright new future where we don't need pesky taxes anymore, until somebody pointed out that there will be no education. Later, we thought that we don't need no censorship online and free speech, and everything will be fine and everything will be happy, until all the people came in and all the problems with people came in. Like misinformation, disinformation, all the polarization of the society. 10 years ago, we were celebrating the bright new digital world where we're going to have Arab Springs all around the world and democracies will flourish because we have free speech online. And look where it got us 10 years later. So my position here is that people are not perfect. Unlike computers, which I understand, people are complicated. People are imperfect. People have all sorts of different quirks. And often the future that we in startups and in technology are building is for that perfect scenario where people behave rationally and they make sense. And that's often not the case. So when I came back from my freshly sold startup back to Prague, I really felt like I wanted to give back something to the society. I felt privileged, I felt lucky, I felt rich, and I felt like I wanted to do something that matters. And so I started looking around. I started talking to companies. I started talking to companies that try to help, that try to make the place around us a better place to live, so that we don't end up like San Francisco, so that we don't end up with this huge division in society and a very, very difficult place for a lot of people. And what I found out was that NGOs don't get me, and that a lot of the public goodwill sector, all the companies that try to help people and improve the life, are just so far away from the startup ecosystem and from innovations, technology, modernizing things, looking ruthlessly at return on investment, talking to customers and finding out what works and what doesn't. That is very much a completely different ecosystem. And it felt wrong because we, Czechs and Slovaks, have such a strong technical talent. We have so much inside our countries that we can be proud of that I actually didn't realize until I moved to San Francisco that I have a competitive advantage to my American colleagues because I can hire here. I can hire people in Czech Republic and in Slovakia. And we have all this talent, but we're not using it to make people better. We're still doing the same stuff. We're doing inefficient donations collections, inefficient public goodwill projects. And so it felt like I arrived at this point. I love this slide by Steve Jobs. In my mind, this is one of the most brilliant pieces of company culture positioning, where shortly before he died, he had this slide that Apple is on the intersection of technology and liberal arts. And I wanted to build something that's on the intersection of technology and humanity, something that uses all of this skill, all of the technology, all of the innovation potential, but also focuses on helping people live better lives. And then I found out, to my surprise, that I just discovered America, and that it's called civic tech, and everybody's doing it except for Czech Republic, and we're pretty much the last ones there. It started with Code for America, which was probably the first movement in this direction. Code for Germany, Code for Poland, Code for Belgium, Code for France, Code for Romania, Slovensko Digital, and then there's this gap on the map where Vienna is, and the Czech Republic. So I started Česko Digital. Česko Digital is a group of IT volunteers. It's people like you, people who, until a couple of years ago, thought that the best way they could help, if they feel like they want to help other people, is to stand on the street corner and collect donations, or volunteer at a soup kitchen and pour soup for somebody. I mean, all of those are great things, but they're incredibly inefficient. If you go out and you seek work, what do you work as? You work as the best thing that you know how to do, as a manager, as a designer, as a programmer, because those are the best things that you can do and that you can contribute to society. And somehow, when we talk about the public goodwill and when we talk about NGOs, we throw all of that away and we start doing low-paid, unskilled labor. And that makes no sense. So I started focusing on bringing high-skilled people into NGO projects, to bring technical talent into NGO projects. Because I found out that the NGOs are saying, we can't do digital innovations, we have no people. I said, I have lots of people, they don't know what to do. They think that they can't help you. And so we started matchmaking those two and building a bridge between the NGO ecosystem and the technical ecosystem. Now, if you think about, if you're probably asking now, that all sounds great, but what are you actually really doing? I will be very quick because it's a lot of boasting. When coronavirus started 2 years ago, the Ministry of Health website crashed immediately, which means that people started calling on the phone lines, which crashed the phone lines. So if you wanted to call an ambulance, you couldn't because the lines were down. So we called the Ministry of Health on their private line, and in 48 hours, we built them a new website for coronavirus. And then a little bit later, we launched a peer-to-peer network for private protective equipment. In the time when nobody could get private protective equipment, we were one of the first countries that had mask wearing mandatory. Masks were unavailable immediately in day one. People started sewing their own masks. In 1 week, we started the peer-to-peer marketplace where people were exchanging masks for free. Several million people used that within a couple of weeks. And then a little bit later, 2 weeks later, we started online education courses to teach schools how to teach online, to teach them how to use Google Classroom, how to use Microsoft Teams, to help the teachers and make them feel more confident. 68,000 teachers watched our tutorials online, and we brought hundreds of schools online. Then we found out, on top of that, that there's a lot of impoverished kids that now don't have access to technology, and because they need the technology to access school, we now have kids that can't go to school anymore, which last time happened in the 19th century. So we started a donation drive to take old, used hardware out of companies and send it to kids that needed to go online, and donated thousands of pieces of computer equipment. We started a comprehensive drive with the government to build 6 months later, when the rules kept changing over and over and over again. I'm sure you remember it here as well, and nobody remembered anymore what is actually the current status and where you have to wear a mask and where you have to have a vaccination. We drove a joint project with the government to build a website that neatly organizes all of this stuff in one place, that's still used to this day as the #1 website in Czech Republic to find out information about coronavirus. Next. Ukraine crisis. Within 48 hours, we started a website coordinating all the help resources. There was an incredible volunteer effort on all sides. Hundreds of projects were happening everywhere. Projects were being duplicated. Work was being done redundantly. We brought it all into one place and started a project that indexes everything. Also, within 48 hours, we started an online marketplace where refugees can ask for help and volunteers can pledge to provide help. Again, hundreds of thousands of people have volunteered. Tens of thousands of people on the refugee side have used that website to date. Also, 4 days after the Ukraine crisis started, we started a map of international border crossings so that we can map this situation that's currently being live-fed and kept up to date across Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, and Moldavia. Also, we started a Czech-Ukrainian translation app that helps Czechs learn basic Ukrainian and Ukrainians help learn how to speak basic Czech. I'm not doing this to boast. I'm doing this to show you that what you guys know, building digital projects, is something that can make people's lives better. And then, on top of that, we started Ukrainian education availability map, and then on top of that, we started a politician's background website with Transparency International. We evolved journalistic storytelling because we felt that the journalism is going down and people all just read news online. We started an online website that shows personal indebtedness so that people don't actually fall into indebtedness. And on top of that, we started City Accounting Transparency Project with a nonprofit that focuses on that. We started support for new teachers so that more new teachers come and teach our kids. And on top of that, we started health preventative care website and a mobile app with a nonprofit that focuses on that. We started talking to the government about how to optimize the IT projects so that they don't use a waterfall method that was last used 200 years ago. And instead of that, they focus on more agile methods. And on top of that, we started a mental and so on and so on. It's a lot. This is an old slide. We actually now have 5,000 volunteers at Česko Digital, and I think we are probably the largest civic tech organization in Europe to date, although it depends how you measure that. Now, thank you. I am not doing this to tell you that you should quit your startups and go work for Česko Digital. I am doing this to tell you that you should really work on what you're good at. And you should really, and what you here are good at is building companies. But when you build companies, try to think about building companies that are humane and they think about people. Think about your employees, think about your customers, and think about whether your companies are making the world a better place. Thank you.
Thank you, Jakub Nešetřil. Thank you. Somebody was showing me a phone that you developed a web page for buying the highway sticker.
No, we did not.
Was that you?
Yes, no, it was not. It was a big scandal in Czech Republic.
Yeah, they invested huge money into the official web page.
They invested huge money into a system that they then didn't work, and so a group of volunteers has gotten together over a weekend and built a replacement system for free.
That is terrible. That is terrible.
Which then, under all the attention of television cameras, was, ceremoniously handed over to the government. And then when the cameras went away, so did the government, and the project was scrapped and thrown away.
I think something like that happened in Slovakia with the cadaster here. Because you are showing there's a big companies who make this money, and you just tell them it can be done for nothing, and that is not a good way to do it.
So the decision point for us is we never build something that the other party doesn't ask for. So if the government doesn't want us to do it, we're not going to do it for them. If we do it and they don't want it, there's no way to force them to use it. It makes no sense.
One more question. You showed us a huge amount of projects, and I think behind all these projects have to be a lot of people, a lot of information, a lot of information flow, a lot of expertise. This was like 10 to 20 people per one project, because the programming is the easiest part, I think. The hardest part is you say you provide preventive care. There have to be doctors who have other jobs to do than chatting with people.
So the way we always work is we bring skills and expertise in digital products, which isn't just developers. That's developers and designers and product managers and lots of professions. And then we partner with somebody that brings in that subject expertise. So if you're talking about preventative care, there is a specialized startup in Czech Republic, a non-profit startup, I would say, which is operating in the field of preventative care. They focus on cancer screening, they focus on female breast cancer, testicular cancer, and a couple other forms of cancer, and now they're expanding into other areas. And they came to us and they said, we would like to build an app that helps people monitor all their preventative care, automatically sends them reminders of when they need to go. So they are the owner of the product. We are basically a service agency for them.
Okay, so you got the expertise, you're just building the front end for this.
Correct.
Okay, again, thank you very much. Jakub Nešetřil.
Thank you, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the jury has made its decision. So we are ready to announce the winners of the second Challenger Demo Day. First of all, let's take a look at the public votes. And I would like to welcome Eva Šimeková, Associate Partner at Civita. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
So you saw the guys doing, rehearsing the presentations. How did they do on the stage?
They did well. They went a long way. And I want to say that I have a message from our Ukrainian friends who are watching the streaming, and they are sending all the loves and hugs, and they're very thankful for our words and support. So thank you, and please applause for them.
Everybody say hi to Ukraine! And thank you, Starlink, for the connection. Okay, Eva, so we have a winner of the People's Choice Award.
Oh, yes, we do.
So I think we're ready to announce it. So who is the winner of the People's Choice Award? Who was the one who people liked the most?
Do we have some jingle? Or we
Yes,
don't?
let's do that. I don't think so.
Can you do a jingle?
Yes, of course. The crappiest jingle in the world. Okay. I'll go with. Now we have to wait. Sorry, jingle. Okay, who is the winner?
And
the
winner of the People's Choice Award is Nanodi.
Nanodi. And they. Nanodi, and they will be getting the service package provided by Civita, the Spot, and Majerník and Mihalikova Law Agency. Yes, thank you. Microphone. Janka, how do you feel?
Well, I feel excited.
You feel
Really.
excited about all the clean hands you're going to provide to the world?
I feel excited about this experience, and I really appreciate we had this opportunity to join Challenger and really go through all of the workshops and mentorings, because it really help us with our progress.
And I know that you mentioned specifically that one of your founders or co-operators is a teacher. And you were thinking like how to put her in the company structure, how to do this. Majerník and Mihalikova partners will help you with that.
Yes.
So again, big, warm applause for Nanodi. Thank you. And now, let's take a look at the money. Finally the money. We have two 25,000 euros interest-free loans given out by Slovenská sporiteľňa. So I'd like to again welcome Mr. Peter Krutil, CEO of Slovenská sporiteľňa, and Rastislav Blažej, Director of Social Bank of Slovensko. Hey guys, welcome. Hi. I have one more microphone for you. This is microphone 6. Mr. Director, so did you see what you came for?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Did you love it? Okay, we had everything. First of all, I have a question for you. Why is Slovenská sporiteľňa interested in startups? You're a bank, you can be investing in gold and anything else?
Bitcoins.
I didn't want to mention that because I know you apage satanas Bitcoin.
Because once you ask me.
And I know, and since then we don't talk, and we needed to talk again. So no crypto mentioning tonight. So why startups? Why not realty? Why not gold? Why not anything else?
Because, as I said, my strong feeling is the bank has to change. And if you are willing to change, you have to be in touch with the outside world. And this is one of the touch points which are very important for us. And secondly, we are a regional bank. We will be only as successful as is this country. And we have to support all people who are going to develop this country, because future is yours.
Okay. I don't know if mine, because my future was 20 years ago, but...
Okay, and what can I tell you then?
But you as a bank, right now a bank, and I heard this from a guy from your marketing, you have less bankers than IT people, I heard. Slovenská sporiteľňa relies on IT people more than on real old school bankers. Is that correct?
No, this is not true. We rely on the both, let's say, lines. And sometimes I'm saying that we are building the phygital bank. You have to be ready to be in the touch with people who are willing to talk to the people, and they are looking for advice, because there are some things. For example, Andrej Kiska, he asked me for mortgage loan, and this is exactly part where people usually are coming in the branch network. Yeah, but I don't know if we will approve loan to Andrej. Yes, this is a different question. But at the same time, you have to be very good also in digital channel, because people are now using more and more digital channels. And to build this omni-channel bank, it's very, very complicated task, and not very cheap task, I have to say.
I can imagine. I hate going into the bank when they call me like, can you? No, I cannot come now. Just let's do this online. They keep calling me to come somewhere, not your bank. They keep calling, can we meet? No, we cannot meet. I want to meet people I like.
I'm not sure if they are happy to see you in the branch. But
no, we do everything online. I just cannot, can you send it? And then they can, finally they can. And then you need to sign this. I can sign it with my card. I can sign it at home. I will sign it electronically. I don't want to meet you. So I'm really looking forward to this happening online. Mr. Blažej, I have a question for you too. Is that okay? Are you ready? You already put the microphone. No, it's not yours. You need to return this microphone. Peter can keep his microphone. Why would somebody come to Slovenská sporiteľňa for the money with their startup? Why wouldn't I go somewhere else? Why do you think you're the best way to, from starting a new company, they should come to you?
Yeah, there is no other bank to come for startup money.
Well, I heard about some banks in Bratislava. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Just tell me.
No, yeah, there are some other banks.
No other bank for startups. For starting entrepreneurs, there is nobody else.
Really? Yeah. So if I was a startup, like I'm a student, I'm 18, I have this great idea, I've been programming since 13. Do you have any money in your account? Of course not. I don't have anything. I spent everything. I bought a new computer to play Warzone.
You not.
Okay, so there is no other bank to...
We are the only one who are financing startups from the beginning, from the idea stage till 12 months from the bank sector.
You are director of social bank. What does that mean?
We have a program for starting entrepreneurs. That's
okay.
what it means.
So social isn't like social, it's like so entrepreneurs.
Oh, we have also for social entrepreneurs and for the people in life difficulties. So.
You want to answer this question? You look like I have a better answer.
I would like only say that this is the person which is in our bank is doing a great job because he is taking care also about the Roma people. Now in these days on people from Ukraine, and I think he is putting to our bank the human touch, which is not typical for the bankers. And
that isn't.
I'm more than happy to have such people with us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So now I think all these people are waiting for two names. So let's take a look. Do you have an answer for them? Did you choose two startups?
Yeah, I have to say we discussed together with colleagues in jury on to whom give money, and we took in consideration that we look for the projects where we see, let's say, some cash flow, or the cash flow is, let's say, close to these days. And also, I think in case of one company, it was also the things that they are not they will be not in the winning stage.
Okay. Okay, so we're looking for, so what is the name of the company? Who's the first winner?
It's Calmit.
Calmit, ladies and gentlemen. This is Damian Bucha. Congratulations. Okay, you have your microphone.
Thank you.
So, did you know that you're will be able to get the money from this guy?
Yeah, it was arranged from the beginning.
Oh.
No, really, I'm really surprised.
It's already approved, so you already, so that's what you do with the Debian server. You go into other servers and you just approve your own rules.
That's classified.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So again, Calmit, the winner, 25,000 euros. Let's take a look at the winner number 2 for the loan, interest-free loan of 25,000 euros.
Is Nanodi.
Nanodi, again. Janka, congratulations. Now you have the consultants and you have the money. As they say, the winner takes it all. So what are you going to do with the money and with all? You need to keep working.
Yeah, we will.
That's the worst part of it.
We will finish our prototypes and get the products ready for the market.
So this was the promise. They will finish the product. Okay, so be calm. He just promised it.
Well, and we will discuss, because we discussed together with Andrei, for example, that maybe the company needs not only money, but we will discuss if we can help them also with the market. In other words, to offer our premises for new product, for example. We have 200 branches. Maybe in some branches we can start.
How many branches?
200.
200 branches. And they said you need two products per branch. That's 400. You said you need 40 per month, so it's 10 months free.
But I said in some branches.
Some branches. So it's not 25,000, up to 25,000. It's not interest-free, maybe interest, maybe free, right?
You know me.
I know him. And this was the interest you gave the company. Yeah, we're interested in you. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Janka. Thank you, Nanodi. And thanks to our angel partner, Slovenská sporiteľňa. Thank you, Peter Krutil and Rastislav Blažej. Thank you, guys. And now, let's make the money bigger. Let's take a look at the 250K by CB Investment Management. And let's take a look at the winner of the second year of Challenger Demo Day. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome partner of the CB Investment Management, Mr. Michal Nešpor. Hello, good evening. Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Have you seen the startups?
Yes.
Did you like it?
For the second or third time, actually.
Ah, okay.
They're tackling many challenging problems, so they're here at the right place.
Ah, okay, so you already see the problems, right? It's like,
The problems in scaling, selling, getting money for the products.
the money is the problem, okay, so then building the robot with the hand is it's just...
But it's always challenging to build a good company, so
okay.
I wish them good luck.
So are you prepared to help them with that?
Yes.
Okay. They can, okay, sentences, we'll keep them for the evening. Okay, never mind. So, Michal, what does it mean to get money from you? I don't want to announce it yet, okay? What does it mean to get this money from? Is it you just give them the money and just goodbye, do what you want, buy expensive Mac computers, and we don't want to hear about you until you make profit?
Not really.
Okay, so you give them the money and then you talk to them and you ask them, you take a look, or you just...
And we try to help them with getting connections and building networks and distribution channels and other investors. And then we expect them to pay the money back big time.
We need to pay that back?
Yeah.
Did you know this, guys?
Multiple times, you know. It's not free lunch, it's not a grant.
Yes, it's in September, they try, they train, they work hard, and now you just, no, you need to return that. I'm like...
And then we are not happy that they don't fulfill the budgets and financial forecasts and stuff like that. It's really nasty to get an investor. Don't do that, guys.
And now they're thinking, would you like to be a minister or a CEO? Minister, please. I can imagine. Okay, who is the winner of the main prize of 250,000 euros?
Congratulations to Meraj.
Meraj, ladies and gentlemen. GSM, satellite, Sigfox, Ethernet, everything, you can do it through all the networks, and the radar measurements is the winner. Wonderful. Paolo, how do you feel?
Does it work?
It starts working.
Yes,
Eventually,
it
it's going to start working. You just need to give it 2 years like your company.
Thank you. I'm so surprised and shocked, and thank you so much. Thank you for your trust and that you see potential in our project.
We'll be negotiating hard.
Yeah, okay, I'm ready.
I see the smile of this guy. He's like, he gives him the check and he's not 250 yet, my friend.
What is the time you want the cash back?
No, he doesn't want the cash back. He wants 10 times more back. It's like,
okay.
So you're already missing 2,250,000 right now at this moment.
I like that. I like that. That's where we start.
Okay.
I should go to the bank then.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's
congratulations. This is Pavel Gmiter.
Thank you.
Meraj, and the winner of the second Challenger Demo Day. And this is the partner of CB Investment. Don't leave, guys. Follow, stay here. Thank you guys for being here. And now I would like to welcome to the stage for a group photo everybody, all the startups, all the guys from the Civita organization, all the guys who are helping us tonight. Please come here to the stage. I would like to thank you, and I would like to have a big round of applause for all the people who helped to prepare this evening. Thank you guys. Come on, come to the stage. Come on! I want to see the partners. I want to see the startups. I want to see the Civita guys. I want to see all the Estonians. Jury, where are you guys and girls? And I'm going to go in the back because I'll be in the picture anyway. Yeah, the price is to the front. Yes, these are the people who are here for you to prepare Challenger Demo Day number 2. And let's take the picture. We're ready. Say money.
Now all the hands up in the air.
Thank you very much. And thanks everybody who was here with us in Bratislava for the Challenger Demo Day number 2. And everybody who was watching us online, to all the countries in the world, Ukraine especially. Thank you guys. Hold on. And I would like to invite everybody here for a short drink and we can enjoy and network. Talk to Peter Kručil, talk to Andrej Kiska. Those are the people with the money. And see you next year. Have a good night. Bye.